I don't think it's unreasonable to say that Grand Theft Auto 6 might launch as a mobile title alongside the consoles, and I don't know how to view that. Hopefully the mobile version, if it is a thing, doesn't impact the quality we see on the console. And the reason we're talking about this is because obviously there was huge news the other day that Take-Two Interactive, which is Rockstar's parent company, ended up buying Zynga for like $12.7 billion. That is absolutely insane. And they are the creators of Farmville and a handful of other titles too, like Zynga Poker and Words with Friends. A lot of mobile games you've probably ended up playing, they've created. Well, the GTA publisher, Take-Two Interactive, ended up buying them for $12.7 billion. And I want you guys to just take in the scale of this whole thing. It's almost 80% of the whole Take-Two market cap, which is their company value. It's probably a bit more than what they earned on GTA 5 and Grand Theft Auto Online in the past 8 years combined, being the most successful product ever in entertainment history. It's about 80 times bigger than the development costs for GTA 4 and Grand Theft Auto 5. It's about 20 times bigger than the development costs of Red Dead Redemption 2. It's about 50 times more than the development and marketing of Grand Theft Auto 5. And it's around 6 times more than the revenue generated by Red Dead Redemption 2. It is the biggest acquisition in gaming history. So this deal is absolutely massive, and it really does set the stage for Take-Two Interactive, which means Rockstar, to be able to do more things with mobile devices. So a lot of people are going to have a ton of opinions here because this is one of the most expensive acquisitions in gaming history. And Zynga, even though they make games, they're pretty much a giant money machine, as their games are filled with microtransactions, and they're not like the highest quality of games, that's for sure. And so there was a quote the other day from Strauss Zelnick that has players a little bit worried. So he said, perhaps most importantly, we have the ability with Zynga, from both a development and a publishing point of view, to optimize the creation of new titles. New titles based on Take-Two's core intellectual property, which would include GTA. We believe we have the best collection of console and PC intellectual property in the interactive entertainment business. And it's basically nearly entirely unexploited from mobile and free-to-play around the world. So aside from that quote right there, Take-Two put together a presentation that included a slide that I'll show you guys. It makes it pretty obvious that they intend to use Zynga to bring some of their most popular properties to mobile devices and other free-to-play platforms. You guys can see this right here. It says product portfolios are highly complementary. Transaction will create an exciting and diverse portfolio of industry-leading titles that span key platforms and generations across interactive entertainment. You guys can see there's Rockstar, and they're wanting to mix it with all the Zynga games at the bottom. And you guys can see that Grand Theft Auto is on the right-hand side, and they want to bring that to mobile and add more game modes. And when you put all these pieces together, it's pretty easy to assume that Rockstar probably intends to bring the GTA franchise and other series like Red Dead and whatnot to mobile devices and other platforms in a way that necessarily hasn't been tried before. And it raises a big question. What will a fully mobile game look like, and how will this plan impact GTA 6's development? So this first one, I think a few people are going to start to dread, and that is that GTA 6 will basically be designed as a mobile game that will also be available for PC and consoles. There's a game similar like this right now. It's called Genshin Impact, which is extremely popular, but I don't want Rockstar to do that. Grand Theft Auto has always been a console game first, and then it's gone to PC, and then there's been some spin-offs that have happened for the mobile platforms. I just don't see that Rockstar would follow up Red Dead Redemption 2 with Grand Theft Auto 6 for a game that's going to be basically a mobile port. It's going to have to live up to the next-gen and PC standards and be playable on a mobile device. And this kind of makes me wonder if Rockstar is planning something for the multiplayer version of Grand Theft Auto 6 or GTA Online that might eventually launch with Grand Theft Auto 6 as well. But it seems like that's what they might be using this for as well. I don't know. This whole thing is a little bit confusing, and it just has me worried that Rockstar is going in a direction that is going to be more on the mobile side than the console side. Now, I can't really say that's something I'm all that excited about. So you'll have to let me know what you guys think about that, though, in those comments down below. And then I wanted to hear from insider Tom Henderson, who had some quick things to say regarding Grand Theft Auto 6 and its release and its announcement. Over the last couple of days, remember we heard from insider Tez Funds 2 and how he said that there was going to be an announcement in 2022. Someone even said, hey, Tom Henderson, I'd be curious to know your take on Tez Funds 2's claim that GTA 6 will be announced in 2022. It might make sense looking at past release patterns, but do you think that's likely despite the chip shortage still holding back PS5s and Xbox Series X rollout? And he said, I don't know. It makes sense if the game has a 2024 release, though. But I think they are conscious of the fact that their reputation is a little hindered at the moment. So I'm hoping they do things to rectify that beforehand, fix the GTA trilogy, and add content to Red Dead Online, etc. And he doubles down on that point, saying he said 2023 and 2024 in 2021, and he pushed that date back to 2024, 2025 because of the ongoing issues at the company. And we don't know what specifically those ongoing issues are, whether they have to do with management leaving or dealing with the current state of the world right now, which is obviously and has been for the last 3 years, been pretty challenging for several industries and millions of people. So I'm hoping things like the GTA trilogy and the fact that Red Dead Online has been a little slower isn't going to hamper Grand Theft Auto 6's release, because I know there'd be a handful of people that would just be like, what the heck? We don't care about those. Just put out the next Grand Theft Auto game. Then there's going to be a portion that want to say, no, 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 fix the trilogy and add more content to Red Dead Online before you go ahead and move to GTA 6. I mean, just look at the resurgence and outcry of support for Red Dead Online with hashtag Save Red Dead Online trending on Twitter and people getting Rockstar games trending on social media as well. So they're kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place. If it was my personal call, I would love to see them obviously move on to the next installment in the GTA series. But I think it's anyone's guess as to where Rockstar will go next. But who knows what Rockstar is doing and who knows what their parent company is doing. I mean, goodness gracious, we might be seeing only mobile games going forward. I hope that's not the case. But with an acquisition that big and spending nearly $13 billion, I just can't see them not taking advantage of it and not having mobile games done and stuff like that. So I'd love to hear from you guys in those comments down below. Let me know what you think about everything we discussed in this video today and a whole lot more. If you guys did go on to enjoy this video, though, a like rating would, of course, be awesome. And be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new. You want to stay up to date on all the latest GTA and all the Rockstar Games videos that I'll be doing here on my channel. And be sure to ring that notification bell as well. Sometimes YouTube just doesn't work, and if you ring that bell, you'll always be guaranteed to be notified when new videos arrive. But of course, as always, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.